prepped and ready for Kalgoorlie Desert Race 2024. I've gone through the full prep list of what I would normally do, bar a few things that were specific to an X3, like belts and that sort of thing. I hope we can just finish. That's going to be the main goal. I mean, obviously we're going to go as hard as we can, but it is a new build, fresh to us. There's still some unknowns that we haven't raced it yet. Of course, we've been out testing and given a bit of a shakedown, but it will be good to just make sure it's going to survive the race conditions. It's always hard to replicate. So yeah, we'll see how we go, but we'll get this thing packed up, loaded in the trailer, and then ready to head off to Cal.
Alright, we've made it into Cal. We're just heading down to the airport to pick up Scott, the navigator. So we'll get him from the airport. We're all set up back at the track. Then we'll go do some recon this morning and see what the track's like, see what we're in for. Then we've got the street party this afternoon, scrutineering, sign on, that sort of thing. So we'll go check that out as well.
Just out here doing recon with the fellas. Jared, got anything to say or explain maybe why it's taking so fucking long?
Longer than we thought. It's pretty rough and slow moving for the Ranger, unfortunately.
Yep, so 62k mark out of 120k loop, and we're just over 2 hours. So hopefully a little bit quicker in the Mav. But we'll see, huh? We'll see. Full stop, baby! Yeah!
We got down to the street party in town. Good opportunity to connect with some of the fans of the racing, show off your car, handed out some posters and stickers to the kids, that sort of thing. It's also part of documentation, sign on, scrutineering, and getting your rally safe kit ready for the weekend ahead of racing. Recon's done. We've got the map all logged out. We're getting ready to set up for prologue recon and then prologue this afternoon, which is kind of like qualifying. We'll see how we go with that. That will define our starting order. We'll see how we fare on the track. It looks pretty dusty in some parts, but it should be all right. It's going to be a warm one today, 37 degrees Celsius. Hopefully we'll just be able to keep an eye on the temps, make sure it doesn't get too hot, and just keep an eye on things, keep it smooth, keep it on 4 wheels, prologue well. So we went to go line up for our prologue at our prologue time, and everything's been brought forward by an hour, so we've missed out. The updated thing on their app said 3:24. The other one said 3:24. Went over there, he said no, it's supposed to be here at 2:24. So now we gotta go talk to the clerk of course and get seated. So we've missed out on our chance to do that. So we'll see where we get seated. It's not a great start, but yeah, here's what it is. We'll see how we go. We got race day 1. We've been seated 66th place, which is not great. There's usually a few guys that we battle it out with a fair way up front, so hopefully the rally safe works, push to pass there. Hopefully the ground can hold the moisture so there's not too much dust, and we'll just have to do what we can and get around whoever we can, and hopefully they get out of the way. And then yeah, just finish the day out strong and then push on tomorrow and see if we can move up the list.
Heading towards Lake Percolilly Spectator Point. These lads pretty much drive the whole way around us, which is pretty fucking sick. As you can see here, I'm not sure who just went, but someone did. And yeah, quite the setup. So yeah, it extends
Yes, great call, Russ Cullen. The 6143 now rolls up to the grid.
This is interesting because this is one of those late model Can-Ams. Who have we got on the line there?
Jared Brindal entry.
So he must have had a pretty...
Well, I don't think he did his prologue yesterday. Scott Little in the Navigator seating is one of those guys that missed his run.
He missed his run. He's probably got a virtually no seating position either.
I think it's his first event of 2024.
There
first run here in this Can-am Maverick R, and as you alluded to, one of the new models.
We can expect to see maybe a bit of change in...
I think he's got maybe has a motocross background.
Well, look at that
sure,
too.
But you can really,
just tips into turn one.
Yeah, so I expect Jared Brindal to maybe work his way up through the field. But as I alluded to, it's a Circle H helicopter gets into the air. Our first car looks like they're not too...
We made our first pass pretty early on. They were really good, got straight out of our way. We were relying really heavily on the rally safe unit, which has a push to pass button. It's supposed to give them a sort of a warning to the people in front that someone's coming up behind them, that they need to move over. Unfortunately, not everyone paid attention to their rally safe as much as we would have loved, and sometimes multiple attempts were made to get around. The new Maverick R felt super stable at speeds, especially through the rough stuff, so we were really making up for time, making the best of a bad situation with our seating position, getting around people, and then disaster struck. We'd done a tyre. Feeling a bit defeated with the whole seating situation and doing a tyre, thinking our hopes had sort of been smashed. Probably did like the slowest tyre change ever. I think it took us about 12 minutes. We got back on track and then had to make the decision whether we were going to push or not, being that we didn't have another spare on board. I sort of got my groove a little bit and thought, what are the chances of doing a second tyre? So we pushed on, made a few more passes and started making up some more time.
My plan is I should be able to see them coming from here as they come around here. I can put this bitch in the drive, chase them up, get a rolling kind of view up that way. Whether or not it works out that way, not sure, but we'll find out. Anyway, here's another fella.
Not our guy.
Kind of starting to worry that maybe our fellas have already gone, but I don't think so. This is about the halfway point of the race anyway. If you look on the map here, starts here, and we're down at this part right here, in the middle. The track goes around us, so it's about the halfway point.
distance 19 kilometers to target.
Yeah. 1 flat, 2 flats, no extra spares, not a good result, but we'll get it back to the pits and reassess. So probably just a final quick wrap up or race recap. Things obviously didn't go to plan. That is the destroyed tyre. I mean, fair enough, we drove on that for 10 k's to get back to the access road. That's the other one we needed to put on to get to the trailer. Safe to say, I reckon the bead grip is not the problem, because that is still beaded on there even after being run flat for 10 k's. So pretty good test on the bead grip rims, I think, from Method. They're holding up pretty good. The tyres, on the other hand, not so much, but we'll learn from it. We'll get there. So give this thing a wash. We've got a small list of other things that we want to do. Comfort things more than anything else. Window net sliding back, a few other little bits and pieces. Took a bit of a digger on the front there at some point, snapped this off. So I'll make a maybe a metal one of that, nice and slimline, so it fits in the trailer still. But yeah, we'll be at the next one. We'll rebuild and keep pushing forward.